Brian Posehn. You may know me from my stand-up comedy or from the TV shows I've been on, like the Sarah Silverman program. I love comic books, metal, and anything nerdy, except furries. They're gross. But that does include Dungeons & Dragons, which I've been playing with the same group of my funny friends for a decade now. So we decided to record us playing the game and turn it into a podcast, and we call it
Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Blaine!
Ken!
Sarah!
Sark. Don't forget Gerry.
We actually heard it that time. That was me and you guys.
Yeah, that's what we
did
that
sound.
one time.
We were listening to it while you guys were listening to it.
How do you get your voice in that box, Uncle Brian? That little tiny box, you're such a big guy. I measured you when you were sleeping. You're like 7'10".
All right, I'll see you guys.
Yeah, I quit.
Hi, I'm Brian Posehn. You're listening to Nerd Poker. Quit looking at me.
Okay.
Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Diva.
Don't look me in the eyes. Hi, friends.
You're all in my
Hi.
sight lines. Nobody look at Brian.
No, you guys can.
Penitentiary rules.
What happened?
What happened?
So much.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think, man, where to even begin? In the super short version, you guys got, I think, Sarah, you called them wetsuits, which I was super jealous I didn't think of, right?
I don't think I invented that. I think
No?
someone online might have invented it, but it's a good idea.
Yeah, you guys have,
It's actually a real thing, wetsuits.
What?
Yeah, it already exists.
you guys have, you're accompanying your elemental companion, Sparklet, on a final once more into the breach quest to try and literally seal the breach that has been opened to the water elemental plane. You guys have these water golem beings that you're inside of. They act as like locomotion and armor. And they keep you alive because you're very, very deep down it. And you actually made it down to the surface of what was once the original world here that the collectors sort of beamed in over, accidentally tearing open a hole in the fabric of the plains. But this whole place is just ruins. You guys you're zipping around in your golem suits down at, like amidst just wrecked and crushed some city. Nothing like you've ever seen before. You've seen some human remains here and there. You have amplified vision as well, thanks to these suits. And one of the things you have seen in the brief time that you've been down here is
Argo. It was great.
As you
Edge of my seat.
as you went to meet Sparklet's buddies that he was rendezvousing with, and the whole posse of you was going to go and sort of try and seal this rift. You found the remains of his crew. He hasn't seen them yet, but you found that the place where you were supposed to meet up there's these like sort of oil slick smudge remains of water elementals that have been eradicated somehow. And then we left off, I believe we left off with something coming or something happening in the distance. It sort of pushed a surge of water, a shockwave of water through the town, gently sort of nudging all the ruins and the wreckage and all the vehicles and the busted buildings slightly. You feel it in your golem suit sort of sway a little bit, but you hadn't seen anything yet. And I think that's where we left off. Oh, and you had you have a new party member. I almost forgot.
Hail, friends. I'm Sir Richard of Glenishmore.
Sir Richard of Glenishmore!
Shut up.
It sounds like a nice place. Is it nice?
It is beautiful. Beautiful.
We should reiterate, just so that everyone's clear, we're a couple episodes into having met this new character, but he's not missing his arm, he's missing a hand. Just because I misspoke, and I apologize for that, Sir Richard.
Apology,
Even the DM has to address Sir Richard in game.
apology accepted. It is a longer story than we have time for now.
God.
In Russia, hand me Sir Richard.
Yeah. So I think we should rock and roll here. You guys have there's trouble brewing. You have essentially now that you have a frame of reference, you're not just surrounded by endless water. You have a frame of reference with like the ground and up and down with like bubbles and stuff. These suits increasingly feel it's just like essentially like flight. So you're like Superman or Rocketeer or whatever now.
It's like those conveyor belts at the airport.
Yes.
Exactly like them.
Yeah, so you guys were investigating this building that Sparklet had brought you to. Everything's just crushed, just pulverized under trillions and trillions of tons of water. But
Is there anything we can scrounge?
there was
Search around in the rubble.
Yeah, I mean, you look around, not in this building necessarily. You see there's, even out on the street, you see mechanisms that may have been some types of vehicle or something, but they're just crunched. But Sparklet, he sees you guys sort of shy away from that room where you found you see the sort of remains, and he kind of starts to come over. He's like, What is it? What's in there?
Don't go in there, queer water being. You will be most upset.
Oh, we just found something out about Sir Richard.
Yeah.
Hey, it's nothing personal. No H2O.
He pauses for a moment.
I put my hand on Sparklet.
All right.
He does not want to go in there.
Yeah, so he listens to you. He waits.
You should check it out.
He's not a child, though. I mean, I think
should
he's
And
for
then
yourself.
and then after a minute he just sort of
I want to see a Brad Pitt
slides
meltdown.
through around your hand, and he looks in, and you see it like looking at his back. You see him sort of freeze in the doorway, and he's looking at.
Wait, freeze?
Well, no. He pauses in the doorway, and you see him. He it's hard to tell. He just doesn't slump, but he just sort of maybe it's in like a little listless drift. Just he
Does he get misty?
But he sort of he with a defeated tone he just sort of almost to himself he says I'm so sorry. He's like we're finished. We're done.
Sweet.
Like
That is not a rallying cry.
No.
All right, well, we'll see you. Sorry.
Sorry, I couldn't help.
yeah, he says if only, and he's talking more to himself than anybody. He's like, if only I hadn't been captured, I might have been here. I might have been able to change this. We could have stopped this. We could have saved this world.
No, if you were here, then you'd be dead too. So right now we need to focus on.
And the droids would be in the hands of the Empire.
So he spins around and he says, "You don't understand. We can't seal the rift now." And he pauses for a sec, and then he sort of explains. He's like, the only way that we have found, or that we believe we could have sealed this rift was by reversing a process that allows us into your plane. And he says this is through like using this is by using amulets and items of summoning. He says he explains the plan was we were going to try and rather than use these items, we had collected, him and his sort of rogue crew had collected a bunch of these from both his side of the plane line and from this side on this world, and including from other places entirely that they'd been able to be summoned to using friendly entities, basically having collected a bunch of items that summon elementals, and they were the plan was to get through to the opposite side of the rift into the water elemental plane and shatter these, which in theory on a much smaller scale he explains we've seen this done, but in theory it would sort of implode and weld the rift shut. But all my friends are dead, and the items are gone. He's like, the only other way to seal this rift is to actually use the crown, my lord's crown, who is actively using it to keep it open and to widen it. But he just shakes his head. He's like, that's a suicide mission. He's like, we're dead. We're all dead.
What choice do we have, though? This planet is going... This planet will drown anyway. If we have a shot to...
Our choice is to go in search of saving everybody and not dying, or just to wait here for death?
So he
I told you we're going to die.
I say if we're going on a suicide mission,
that.
let's make it a murder-suicide mission.
Yeah.
All right.
That got Brian. Sparklet nods as well. He's like, I apologize. He's like, so many of my comrades just like erased as if they were never even here in this like filthy plane. No offense. But he says,
It's
if
not all
you are
filthy. There's a wondrous
And
place
I still see them. I see their blotches on the
called
ground.
Glenishmore.
No offense.
Maybe
he's like, you're noble creatures. He's like, I will do my best to make sure that that you survive and you stay in your appropriate plane, that none of you will die. But it will require a sacrifice on my part. He's like, I just need your help in getting my hands on that crown. And he refers to his liege as Lord Noral.
Lord Noral.
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 Water
Noral.
backwards.
Noral. 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 Noral.
He says, he warns you though. He's like, I jest not. This will be a battle for the ages.
All right.
He says, he explains because there's no way he explains that there's no way he can do this himself. And he was not going to. I'll do this in the first person. I was not going to. I didn't think that this would be necessary, but I think I can actually boost your golem's abilities and durability at the cost of my own. But
Do it.
since I'm the tip of this spear, I need all of you.
Sacrifice yourself when you got to do that.
With your help.
All right.
Yeah. You cover me till we get to Lord Noral, and we take his crown.
As long as you don't have to touch peepees.
Noral.
All right. Deal.
All right. I'll smell you later.
All right. He says, if you're, we
Feels
don't
like
have.
you guys are not taking this totally seriously. Am I wrong? Is that how he feels now?
So
I
Richard
like
is. Look at the
Sparklet,
face.
but if he's going to die,
I was ready to die before I met you. This is all a second chance for me.
Well, let Sir Richard die.
Wow.
We're probably all going to die, so there's plenty
Yeah,
of death
No,
to
but I
go
mean, if
around.
only one's going to die, maybe it should be him.
No, I think we'll all...
technically, even though technically there's only maybe 2 days left anyway before
Right, exactly. We're gonna die.
before this whole area goes
well,
absolutely to hell. So Sparklet says, if you're ready, let me impart of myself up to your golems. And
Okay,
we'll-
but should we be worried about that wave that we just saw?
Oh, yeah. What was that?
nothing's
Does he-
nothing's
Nothing has
happened.
Does he know what
Does
that
he know
was?
what that was, though?
Well, yeah. Do you ask
Funny
him?
story about
He didn't.
What
He
was
didn't.
that?
He didn't
Hey,
offer any
Sparklet.
explanation.
Oh.
What the hell was that?
He explains to you. He's
Specifically.
like, well, the rift is. He's like, yeah, this will happen periodically. The rift, while still quite some distance away, is for every bit that it is torn by Lord Noral, the surge of water from the plane of water comes through, and it'll leave shockwaves. So he's like, this will happen every couple times an hour. But every time that happens, it's like billions of tons of water just going blur into this place. So.
We got a lot of drinking to do, guys.
Let us take this leader's head.
All right. Yeah, he
or at least his crown.
Yeah.
He explains. He's like real quick as he begins to sort of like lay hands on like each of your shoulders. And at first you don't feel anything changing, but as he's going like one by one, he explains the plan in detail, and he says, initially this was just going to be you were going to help him and his crew fend off the defenses while he and like a small cadre of elementals went through to the other side and tried to shatter the summoning items in order to seal this thing. But he says either way, this has to be done from the water elemental plane because it's been blown open towards our end. So he's like, we have to get through. Lord Noral is sure to be close to the rift because he's trying to widen it to the point where eventually it'll give on its own and just flood in like star systems at a time. So he's like, we have to get in to Lord Noral and we have to take his crown. He's not gonna be too happy. He's not gonna offer this up easily. So
all right,
who would?
So he goes around the circle and he
can try to keep it.
He sort of blesses each of these golem suits, and you can physically see him as he goes one to the other. He dwindles, almost like he's slightly more emaciated every time, visibly weakened.
Well, at least I'm slightly more emaciated.
Effectively, this like greatly enhances your wetsuits now. So, the hit points don't go up, but the damage against you is halved. So now when you
how do we know that?
Well, he tells you, the suit the golems are much stronger now.
Right.
But as you sort of look at your arms, even under the water, you can see that now instead of it just being sort of a visibly like watery layer, it's almost more of a mercurial, silvery sheen to it.
Cool.
And he says this will also make your attacks against beings of water more effective, as no matter how sharp your blade is, the golem will translate that sharpness to like a molecular level with the water sheath around the sword. So you're halved damage incoming and doubled damage output is going to be the game terms. Just
Every
so you
roll
guys
is
know.
a 20.
All right. Sparklet says, if you guys are ready, we don't have any time to waste. So
Let's fled.
Is there any better sword on the ground than the one that I have from the ship?
No swords.
Nothing.
This doesn't look like like a sword-bearing civilization. These are unusual architecture. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Obama probably came and rounded them up. Obama's always trying to take something from you. Took away your swords.
But it's not Earth.
You've
we
seen
covered
these
that.
fight.
These guys always suspect that I'm taking them to Earth.
Why wouldn't you?
Was Sparklet the first time you seen one of these guys, or no?
I've never.
Yeah.
All right.
I've never seen them before.
Yeah.
Did you ever see T2?
I think on Glenishmore that may mean something different.
Oh, jeez.
I think that's where you get her to shit on your chest while she jerks you off.
And let's take a break. And we're back. We really didn't take a break. We're still laughing at Blaine.
Sorry, let me get my pants up.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Ready, Freddy.
Fucking
Crazy
kill
thing
something.
called love.
Sparklet, like
Do it for Glennish more.
the weekend Sparklet zips up in the air and he's like, "All right, follow me."
The weekend Sparklet. Sorry.
The weekend.
He puts on high heels and away.
If you believe in your heart that you're fighting for Glenishmore,
Oh my god.
you may strike with greater accuracy, and I may be able to defend you.
Ah.
I don't get it.
He's like Tinkerbell.
You can tap into what he believes, and it'll strengthen what you do.
Okay, so Sparklet zooms out into the street. He's like, "We're gonna stay low and try and get as close to the rift as possible. Hopefully, getting through a couple of the lines of defense. There's going to be elementals like myself. There's also going to be potentially far greater opponents, depending on how they've how organized they've gotten, and how if they are anticipating this sort of an attack like this." So he starts making his way. You guys are like hauling ass, so through the street like it's like Neo flying through the city. Your slow trail of dust and debris behind you as you through the water. A few minutes or several minutes later, you feel like just a nudge as another like a surge of water comes from up ahead somewhere. Sparklet does a couple zigzags. It looks like he's trying to get you off of like a direct approach. And at one point he signals, let me just roll a dice here.
He flashes his headlights at Mannix.
All right. At one point, Sparklet signals. He signals a halt, and he zips into like this wrecked building. And outside, you see, just for a moment, as they're like past the front of the building, you see a formation of, it looks like humanoid forms. You catch the faintest like glints of what light is possibly reflected down here off of some type of spears, but it looks like more heavily armed elementals like Sparklet. And they go by in just rapid, and then they're gone. And he waits a minute, and then he signals like you continue on. And after just another, maybe like an hour of moving through the city, you see, you sense, you sort, I guess you could hear it, but you also sense it, and eventually you even see it as you take cover in another crushed building. You see up in what would have been the sky, this it looks like a mile-long just tear in the sky. And the sky for you guys right now, if you were not in your suits, it would just be jet black, and you'd be like immediately crushed. But with the heightened vision of the golem suits, the sky looks like actually kind of comparable to like a daylight sky normally. But this rift is glowing. It's like a really bright whitish blue, just a scar that looks like this massive sort of crease in the sky. And you
like a penis?
No.
More like something else.
Yeah,
Weird.
More like the Eye of Sauron.
looks like
wait
a
minute.
girl's penis.
Oh, okay. I know where you're going with that.
Yeah, hot.
The front bottom.
And you see at this range, I mean, it looks close, but you know that it's several thousand feet up. That this was the beginning of it must have just been a tear big enough for a collector to get slip a dreadnought through. But now it's this massive rip, and you see tiny specks moving in groups. Just all over this thing, and you can see like this thing is just crawling with.
This is all very suggestive.
Crawling with elementals. Beyond that, though, you don't see anything. Every now and then, along one end of the tear, you'll see like a flicker of light, as if something is working, working from within. But you can't see any sign of Lord Noral or or anything larger than like a humanoid-sized elemental moving in groups. But it's a big, wide open space between you and this rift way up in the sky. So Sparklet takes this last minute. He's like, "All right, we're gonna make just a full. We can't stand against their numbers, so we're just gonna have to blitz them." He's like, unfortunately, he's like, "You're gonna have to come through to the other side with me because we have to cripple Lord Noral, and we're gonna have to do it fast, or we'll be overrun. Once I have his crown," he's like, you will just have to flee." He says, and he tells you, he explains, he's like, "I wish I could do more for you.
You've done plenty.
And to hold up my promise to help you with the collectors." He says, part of what I've imbued your golems with is it's not, well, he says something and it's translated by the golem into a set of coordinates, but he's like, once you flee, the golems will be able to guide you to a place, and he's like, "I wish I could do more, but there's equipment there, devices there that can help you against the collectors." He's like, if they're capable of doing this here, they could be capable of. They clearly don't care, and this could happen again somewhere else. So he's like, it may be, whether you like it or not, you may be the only ones that know enough to stop them. So
I like your optimism.
He's like, all right.
We would survive long enough to face the collectors.
That's right. Yeah, he's like, once he has the crown, he's once he bears the crown, he's like, your instructions are to just flee. Just get back through the rift and just get and try and survive.
How will we know?
Or jump around playing bass with a sock on our cocks.
Does it
what was that, Sarah?
What if you get the crown and then fail to close it as we flee? Shouldn't we stay until you
say it again, Blaine?
Should we maybe jump around?
Play bass with our cocks.
He's like He's like, if you don't flee...
hey, Blaine.
You mean like jump around with dicks on our weens?
If you say it one more time, he's going to be summoned. That's how that works.
Yeah. Flea will appear.
Hey, everybody.
Candyman.
Flee.
Fleetle juice.
He's like, I can't guarantee that you'll get back through the rift. He's like, I leave that to your own judgment.
Why do we need to stay around?
I draw my sword and I say, for Glenishmore.
Well, for what else?
Let's go.
I've got nothing better to do.
So yeah, he says we have to get to you have to get me to that crown.
I was just asking, are we going to know? Is this a crown as we think of will we know when the moment has come? And
it's not like a metaphorical crown.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I'm just thinking about the time that you said that the sea, not you. Said,
right.
Someone told us that the sea took
There's
him.
A language.
There was a real.
No, he says he's like, this is our kings are as vain as yours.
Like a Burger King crown.
You'll see the crown, and you'll know when you could hold the crown. But he says,
I'd like to do that. Can I try it on?
He says that there won't be any question about when the crown is in your possession, because Lord Noral will not. You'll have to pull this off of his dead puddle smudge, because he won't.
That's hot.
Yeah. He won't let it.
Let's kill a puddle.
There will be no deception or trickery in getting this from him. You're just going to have to annihilate him.
I'll do it for Glenishmore.
Yes.
There we go.
Who else amongst us will fight under the banner of Glenishmore?
I've never been to Glenishmore, but I hear it's very lovely.
God said a lot of good restaurants.
I just looked up my character. I never named what town I was from, so I might as well do it for Glenishmore.
Interesting.
I was raised in a.
We have no idea where we
have
from.
we have very strict immigration policy.
I was raised in a small village of Goliaths.
What's the name of your
but
world?
I never named it.
Sir Richard. Like, wait, what world is he from? Is he from our world or a different?
No.
Yeah, totally different world.
Yeah, from all over the fucking place.
He's from a Scottish planet.
Yeah. I was thinking Irish almost.
I love that Star Trek
That's why
episode.
if you're from Glenishmore,
He
it's
lives
a
in a
totally
bottle.
different Glenishmore. Because you're from a naval.
No,
Viking.
I'm not. But I said I'll do it because I don't
He's
remember where
adopted.
I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
I
none of
see.
us remember.
Today,
I'll take their cause on.
just showed up.
today we are all
we remember.
Glenishmore-ish.
Don't we?
I want
we
to see
don't
if
remember.
it makes
Oh my
my
God.
We
sword
just woke
any
up on the
stronger.
ship.
We just don't remember because we've been playing for so long.
Oh, yeah, that's what
Right.
it is.
This
But we
weird,
did.
Yeah, your characters remember.
Yeah, we remember.
You just don't.
If anybody
Silly
remembers,
Anyway.
send $10.
Hey,
Now
you
let's go
want
inside
it.
this
That's the way.
slit. And
Since that was over a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
Our time.
Remember
Okay.
that?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do this. This is going to be.
Let's get the crowd.
You can put this. We can put this thing to bed. And
can we start playing Eye of the Tiger while we go?
Yeah.
Bow, 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 bow.
Thank you.
Okay, can we stop?
Bow, bow.
In my head, while I was like figuring out the stuff,
Have a
it was
final
the
countdown.
Terminator.
Ready, final countdown?
Gang, 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 gang. Oh, okay.
When I hear Final Countdown, I just think of the
that a
Nimitz going
perfect
back in
remix?
time.
On Glenishmore, we owe royalties when we sing these songs.
There must be no internet
what
on
manner of
Glenishmore.
plane?
So it's not so magical a planet, huh?
Let's hear
dare
it
you.
What
for
kind
the
of-
boy.
Happy birthday.
Beautiful
Yesterday.
rolling copyright laws.
Will
All
these-
my
will
troubles seem
these-
so far away.
Will these
pretty.
sonic attacks weaken the king, or just
just
enfeeble,
you.
Singing
enfeeble
to
my
death.
ears?
Sing the crown off his head.
Enfeeble your ears,
Karaoke him to death.
dick.
Is there anything else Sparklet needs to? I'm trying to remember.
Why?
He says that the
We're listening.
golems will affect your weapons,
Yeah.
and that if you want, it'll just be it'll be in your subconscious. If you want it to be to affect something ranged or that leaves your person, that leaves this like the sphere of the suit.
Gotcha.
You will, for each time you do that, you'll have to lose one of the hit points. So if you fire an arrow, it can sheath that arrow in like blessed golem water, but it'll cost you one hit point.
What about fire burps?
So it won't help fire.
It might
Or-
have an aversion to fire, I would think.
Or magic. Yeah.
What if I'm
so the
doing
magic is all normal. Unfortunately, the golems can't enhance that. They're enhancing like physical attacks.
What
But
if I'm doing it for Glenishmore? What does that
it's
do?
just
Man, you
a
really
matter of pride.
did a full 180 on Glenishmore pretty quick.
Well, I heard
So-
this
so-
one dude said that if we do it for that, that'll make our stuff better
Yeah, he
and
said that.
stronger. Yeah.
If I
He
use
only
seems
has
like
one
he's
hand.
not full of shit.
I don't trust one-handies.
but if I use a dagger or a quarterstaff or something, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And that rod is
Still a thing.
How does it?
Yeah,
How does it affect
Before-
cumulation?
Before we head into battle, is there anyone that would need a healing hand?
Nope.
No,
pun intended.
everyone's good.
I didn't know you were Catholic.
I have a sore neck.
The plus side though to the magic and maybe the fire, like you guys can do all that. It'll just sort of work around it magically. But
Neat.
the plus side is that you guys can do ranged attacks without weakening your golem, where everyone else will have to
Got
take little chunks out of them. So it's either get real up close and personal and do double damage,
Gotcha.
or that's
All right.
hopefully
Is this
the-
a new day for or this
Message.
same day for the sake of
Receive.
daily powers and things?
Let's do it. Let's
This
fucking...
this is. Does anybody remember if you used a daily on?
I did.
For Sir Richard.
Yes,
Oh.
I did.
Okay.
For Sir Richard?
Yeah.
When we were on the ship.
submersible.
Oh, to get, yeah,
Yes.
I mean, yes. I think people.
So
I don't
new
think I-
day since then.
Well, we ate rations and we hung out in
I'm
a
trying
town.
to think because there was the.
I remember I watched,
Also,
like,
without them, we almost definitely are going to die.
Watch the whole season of Arliss.
It's a new day.
Yeah, the clock ticked over. Isn't that convenient?
I
Yeah.
like it. I
There
like
is
that
a
a
check
lot.
mark, by the way, on our sheets for when we've used them, just so we know for the future.
You still had a pretty significant dive after the the submersible was relatively near the surface. So yeah,
we traveled to the depths. It took quite a while.
Oh.
All right, Sparklet says, "Let's do this thing."
Into a microphone.
He's like, he seems to have steeled himself for his
victory,
impending victory. Exactly, yeah, his glory. He's like, "All right, we're gonna blitz the rift, and we're gonna try and get through." We'll undoubtedly draw attackers, but we're going to try and get clear to the king before we stop, and then we'll have to deal with the entire situation as best we can once we get in there. He's like, we just have to get the crown as quickly. This is a
run and grab.
Yeah, in Call of Duty terms, this is a ninja. You guys are just trying to get to the objective and yoink it. So.
Yoink.
All right. He's like, let's do this.
I got my rod out.
He takes just a couple, like a moment, almost like he's taking a couple deep breaths, and then
it's weird,
like Neo taking off and shattering the sidewalk under his feet as he flies into the air. He flies straight up towards the rift. You guys all zip into formation behind him. You can actually feel you're like willing the golems to go faster and faster, and you can see Sparklet actually pulling ahead and then reining it in a little bit as he is able to even exceed your guys' speed. You're still well off from the rift, which is now looming just like gargantuan over you. When you see from off to the side, like a phalanx of water elementals sort of wheel from whatever moves or patrol they were doing, and sort of move in behind you. Sparklet, he cries out. He's like, faster, faster! And you see him sort of create looks almost like a sonic boom, like a wake or like a bullet-shaped sort of cone around your guys. And you see him again. He starts to even emaciate even further, but you feel like the speed pick up. You start to see other groups start to fall in behind you, but you're outdistancing them behind this sort of like in Sparklet's wake.
We're drafting them, kind of like Dale Earnhardt used to draft before the accident. God rest his soul.
That's right. So you're also feeling. You feel at this point. You feel these surges that come through the opening, very visibly and much more like much sharper. So it's not like a pulse. It's almost like a thump. And as you get closer to the rift, he's zooming you straight towards the corner of if it was like a mouth, straight towards the corner of this sort of jagged, mile-long maw, and you see up ahead a glimmer of it looks almost like a lightning bolt, but it's formed out of refractions of light, so it's not an actual electric bolt. But you see this, and you see your target. It's coming obviously from this larger elemental. And as you sort of pass through the line where the planes sort of cross as you enter through the rift. Everything becomes it's illuminated. Even motion. Sparklet drops the spell, the speed boost, and you guys feel like even here, you have utter absolute freedoms. He's like, we're almost there. Let's do it. Pushes on towards the king or the lord, who sees you. The lightning, the sort of lightning bolt that it looks like he's sort of focusing on the corner of this thing and gradually tearing it. And he gestures at you, and this group of sort of like Royal Guard elementals sort of peel around, and they just charge at you guys headlong. Sparklet yells out. He's like, "We're just going right through, like right around these guys. Don't stop." And he's like, "We got to get to Noral." So that's I leave that up to you guys. He's basically they're going to have one shot at you as you guys pass, and I'll roll that up. I'm assuming you're going to listen to Sparklet. Just blitz.
Yeah.
So I'll roll that up right now. As these guys loom, you see that they are. It reminds you of how Sparklet looked when you first met him, like full-bodied and like fit. And I'm gonna grab this dice tray. Oh, there you go. All right, there's 6 of them, so I'm gonna roll. I'm going to roll an 8-sided. 5, 6. Yeah. So I'm going to go around the table. Sir Richard, you're 1. 2 for you, Sarah. 3, Blackie. 4, Omarth. And 5, Bart. And the 6, 7, and 8 will be a miss. So I'm going to roll this.
6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8.
I'm going to roll this 6 times.
6, 7, 8. 4.
All right, 4. That's a Marth. Let me mark this.
Hi. My name is.
All right, so
My name's a Marth.
Catches
hey,
1.
my name is...
Next one. 6 is a miss.
Miss. Ha
7.
ha.
It's a miss.
6, 7, 8.
7.
Yeah.
Miss.
6, 7, 8.
3. That's Blackie.
Ah.
Blackie may get winged here.
Hi, Blaine.
Hey, what's
They're
happening?
armed with. They look just like Spark. There's no like armor. 7 is a miss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was actually awesome.
Nice.
4 out of 6 were misses.
We're slippery and fast.
These clowns are jesters.
Now I know you. You were working at that Renaissance fair.
Have we met?
Yeah, and that submarine we rescued you from.
So they look. There's not a visible rank or armor or anything like that. But they're all holding the same spears, just like simple pole arms that you sort of glimpsed earlier out on the street. All right, so these guys will. Let me see here. 6, 13. All right. So they will do. Blackie, as you guys wheel past.
I don't like the sound of that.
That was a D12. That was a 12 on a D12. So your golem's going to take 12. As you just each of you go into.
You take half.
A half, absolutely. Yeah, thank you. 6.
So that's 6.
You're welcome.
From the base 75, right?
Right.
69 hit points. Am I right? Woo!
High fives all around. Come on, let's go high
And
five.
Amarth, you take 5, 2.5, 3. So 3. You guys go into sort of an evasive maneuvers as you basically do like a. It's like the Thunderbirds or the Blue Angels doing like their head-on stunts at the air shows. The two groups just like
not right
past
now
each
with
other.
those sequester cuts.
And you see them just wheel behind you like birds of prey, and they just circle right on your tail. The Noral actually stops what he's doing as he sees you sort of blitz through his crew, and he turns to face you directly, and with that you're upon him. So we'll roll initiative for you and the king, and then the 6 elementals that are right there, and then behind you. This is all going to have to be done. Sparklet's voice echoes in your ears. This has to be quick because you have a lot of elementals coming in that you drew in that saw you. So all right, So let's roll up some initiative, and we'll see what order you guys are going in. This is going to be D20 and adding your dex.
We have an initiative.
Is that right?
I think we have an initiative.
Adding
on
my
the sheet,
my
on the bottom
dex.
left.
Okay.
On the bottom left.
Built-in initiative? Or
Yeah,
what?
it says initiative, right? Don't you have that?
I think that's going to be a modifier to your roll, right?
Yeah, instead
Okay.
of the dex modifier, right?
It's
I don't
already
know.
calculated?
I have no
yeah,
idea.
that makes
I'm
sense
just
to me.
It's the same on the chart.
Yeah, mine adds 2 because I have a for dwarven something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, it's
So I'm
so
going to
it's-
write this down.
It's the same for you. It's not.
Jerry rolled a 16. Or is that a 16?
6.
6. Okay.
plus your dex
6
bonus.
Yeah, plus my dex.
Your dex.
Dex,
Modifier.
which will be...
It's
Blaine.
+1.
Huh?
I said something about his dick.
Oh, it's fucking awesome, dude.
All right. Sir Richard with a 7.
17 plus 6 for Mildred.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That was very initiative.
23. All right.
I got a 2 plus a 4, which makes it a 19. Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, you do the math. Why did I roll a 2? It's probably because I just got winged.
15.
Marth rolls a 15. Plus your initiative.
Plus
3.
So that's 18 for
Yep.
Marth.
Sure is.
All right. Good show. Jolly good
I'm gonna
show.
roll some crazy shit right now. 3
3.
plus 4 is 7.
Oh, Mulan.
All right, and then let me roll up for
I'm gonna
Noral
yawn this time.
Mulan.
Yawn.
I'll say.
and Sparklet. Sparklet is a 6. And then 8, 7. Oh, geez, these guys are 19 and 8. All right. So it looks like it's going to be the order for the duration of this battle, and as people join the fray, we'll just slot them in at the bottom of the list. But for now, it'll just be Mildred is up first, followed by an element guard. Then Amarth. Guard, Sir Richard, and Bart. And then guard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Blackie brings up the tail end here.
Get him, Blackie.
Oh, yeah. Blackie's mad.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I
Yeah.
saw that movie.
Blackie's mad.
Yeah.
From the makers of Blackie's Upset, and Blackie would rather be alone.
All right, I'm just writing a whole bunch of this down here.
Yeah, let's break. Well, it's all boring and shit. We're back.
Okay, can we talk to Brian? Is Brian still in there?
Mother.
All right, are you guys... Oh, geez.
Okay.
Ken passing around a picture that no one can see, but it's terrible. All right, it's time
So,
it's time to throw down.
Now, can I go right for King? What's his face?
Totally, you guys
Okay.
now this. Remember, this is going to be like this is 3-dimensional combat, so you can swoop and soar, and you can.
I'm gonna swoop and soar.
You can reach stuff that's
Until I'm
much farther
sore.
away that you basically your movement is amplified
Right.
greatly.
I want to do like a back handspring, and
Whoa,
then
what?
into why not? If I
Sure,
can do whatever
yeah.
I want, into my blinding smash that I'm gonna try.
Ooh, okay, all right. What's
Blinding
the
No, I'm sorry, my brute strike.
brute strike?
Yeah,
okay,
brute
what's
strike.
the flavor text on that?
Fantastic.
Oh, it's on me to find, huh?
You deliver a powerful blow that rends flesh and shatters bone.
Don't say it like that.
Doesn't sound
That was
brutal at all.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Someone's in my fruit cellar.
Brutally adorable.
sounds like you're about to be attacked by Tracy Lords.
Whoa.
Deliver a powerful blow. I didn't want to hurt my
That
throat.
was good.
I know, because every time someone tries to do this, they like tear something in their throat. Okay.
All right, here we go. We're starting. We rolled our initiative. This is a pitched battle against Lord Noral, trying to get his crown.
11 plus 7 versus AC. Hang on, I'm just double
That's
checking.
good.
Yeah, so plus 7, right?
Yep.
11 plus 7 versus AC.
Yep.
Yeah?
That's a hit. Yep.
Awesome, because this is my daily. This is my
boy.
daily,
It's a
which
big hit.
means
Opening.
we've got 3 times the 3d10
Yep.
plus 2. Does that mean no, it's 3d10 and then plus 2 total. Okay.
Right.
So here we go.
And this is with your which weapon? This is the
My broadsword, I
Okay.
guess. Yeah. Okay. 8, 2 is 10, and 4 is 14 times 2, right?
14. Do you have a plus 2?
Oh, plus 2, so 16.
16
Yeah.
times 2
Yeah.
for 32.
Yeah!
Smashy.
Totally powerful blow, you guys.
Well met.
It rended flesh and shattered bone.
All right, so
Water bone.
I like both those things.
it looks really weird. She does a handspring on nothing. It's like in the sky, but it's sort of cool too. And as she you feel for the first time doing an attack with this golem suit on, you feel that the swinging your sword is even less. It feels even like less resistant than it does through air. Like it almost feels like it's propelled, like the golem lends strength to your blow. So Noral in mid turn to sort of prepare himself, just like a silvery water bullet. You guys are upon him, and Mildred strikes him for 32 damage.
32 damage.
Next up
Phenomenal.
is one of the first of the elemental guards, and he's going to attack. I'm rolling randomly at the moment.
Me next,
He's
me
going
next.
to attack Sir Richard.
Oh.
He
Look out.
He closes the distance, and he sees what he can do here.
Best of luck to
Ooh,
him.
he rolls a 20.
For Gladys
Right.
more.
Which is good, though, because his double damage is negated by Sparklet's buff on the defensive properties of your...
I spent summers on
Right.
Sparklet's buff when I was a kid. I remember we'd go up there and have those fresh shucked oysters, which was weird because it was landlocked. Thousands of miles.
That was Sparklet's muff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was what Dad used to call your ma.
Ugh.
Ew.
Hey, they used to make sweet, sweet love when they were younger. It'll happen to you. And by that I mean you'll have sex with your mother when you're much older.
I rolled to attack Black.
You said it. You have to do it.
You're doing
Sorry, I was just pretending to be Tim Thomas.
Right?
Where's the fucking pole arms here? Oh, there we go. All right. So he successfully attacks Sir Richard for 3 times 2, 6 divided by 2, 3.
Wow.
Yeah, a mighty.
That was like double Dutch Sudoku.
And that's -3 off your 75, right? Yeah, you guys aren't taking. Nothing's getting through this.
Nor
layer.
shall it.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, Amarth,
My
you're
turn.
next.
I'm gonna go Daly also on him.
All right. Is there any flair here, or are you just single-mindedly like a torpedo?
I think I fucking just rhino at him.
I like. There we go. That's what I like to hear.
As much speed as I can muster, and I'm
All right.
gonna go low and then swing high.
Okay. What's your daily? Tell everybody what your daily is.
Blood Hunt Rage.
Jesus.
It's strength versus AC. It's +9 versus AC. 3d10 +6 damage.
Does it say what? Do you have
My
the
broadsword. Well,
flavor?
Your rage surges up from the depths of your pain to bring pain to the wounded.
All right. So wait, is there an ability there that you... Wait.
I'll have to have my handyman look at that drain.
Does anyone know CPR?
Yeah. Is there something special with this versus... I can look it up if you have it, if it's not there, but is it something special versus something that's been hit already?
Effect, you enter the rage of the blood hunt. Until the rage ends, you get a bonus to melee damage rolls equal to your con modifier.
Just turns out a
plus.
Okay.
If either of you or your target is bloody.
What happens if they're bloodied?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. +3. No. Oh, maybe it's not great. Maybe it's. I can only use it if they're bloodied?
No. You get a bonus.
He is bloodied. Oh, no,
Yeah.
we don't know if he's bloodied. He was probably not bloodied.
Well, Mildred teed him up.
I hit him, but he's not bloodied.
right,
Just-
okay.
That's
You just gain a
something to
bonus
note.
if you're bloody.
Right.
It
No, but something
lasts.
to note that I hit him for 34 damage and he's not even bloodied yet. It's probably...
All right.
No, yeah, this is a... This guy's
Big
a
boss.
legitimate
So now worth doing?
Boss battle.
opponent.
I already said I'm doing it, so I'm
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool. All right. So roll d20 to find out if you hit.
After all that. Oh, shit.
Not a 1.
19.
Jeez, okay.
+7. I don't
You
know.
don't want to botch
No, I
under
didn't.
these. You don't want to
yeah.
double.
Do you know how
don't
much
want-
I was like shaking when I just rolled that?
You
because-
don't want a 3d10 doubled on your own golem suit.
On that, it
That's
says a
like-
miss is half damage. I guess that's if it's not a botch, though. That's just a missed attack.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So that's definitely a hit. Roll up whatever the appropriate damage is on your.
I said grape.
You were so proud. I
No,
said great.
I said rape, really. But I think
Everyone
it's better
knew.
if I said grape.
Everyone knew.
What am I doing?
You're rolling damage. Okay.
Yeah, I
all
already
right.
did
Here,
that.
now
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
Now I have your page.
It really sounded like great.
All your
Yeah, I
character
know.
sheets are belong to me. All right. Hit. Whatever you're using the broadsword.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 3d10 plus your strength modifier. It says here is 5
Do you have a 10?
or 7.
Seven.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys are so polite.
I think it might be more than 7 because I think it might be your broadsword at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Because you get your strength modifier plus, right? Under where it says broadsword.
6.
No, to the left of that. Yeah.
9.
Because that means you get your +7 plus the 2 probably for training. Or there's some other. This is this weird thing where we're like,
Oh,
we know
shit.
the numbers exist, but we're not 100% sure.
The 4th edition robot tells us
Yes.
the bonus is 9.
So how much?
So
9
3d10
at
plus
9.
9. Yeah,
Wow.
doubled.
Or is it the 9 plus the 6?
Oh, yeah, plus doubled. Jesus.
What? It is doubled too?
will be.
Oh, wow.
So 1,000,000 plus 9. 2,
4, 2, and 2, yeah.
8. So that's
9.
8 plus 9 is 17.
times 2.
Times 2 is 34. So
Well,
Brian,
that's pretty good.
or not Brian, Amarthamon
Brian's character.
coils
Amarthamon.
himself within his golem suit and digging into some reserve of will that you guys have never seen him reach. He just blasts like right through the middle of Norau for 34 damage with your sword sort of leading like a human spear. The king is separated like as in your wake. He's literally cut in half and just immediately goes like reforms like instantly. What took Sparklet earlier 40 minutes on the collector base, Noral's able to do like
All right.
in moments. So
Keep chopping, kids.
next up, we've got 2 guards. I'm gonna roll these real quick
Take
so we
this
can.
motherfucker.
One rolls an 11 and one rolls a 12, and these are versus Blackie.
Oh, did you get that I did it for Glenishmore? I mean, I already.
Oh, no, but in your heart of hearts, what's it for Glenishmore?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everyone should know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So Blackie and Bart, you're overtaken by two of the guards. The spear wielding.
It's just gonna make me mad.
And what's the armor? It's your normal armor. The golems are only sponge damage. They don't actually increase your armor. So
I had
18.
I had a leather armor thing going on.
It should be top left of the 4th edition robot printout.
Oh, my armor class?
Yeah,
16.
16. Okay.
So Richard is in chainmail.
Groovy.
Fun fact. That was
Oh my God.
the D&D Snapple lid.
Pop up D&D.
All right. All right. So 11.
This director went on to kill himself on a
And
porn
then-
set.
And then 11. 17. All right. The guard that attacks Blackie does 6 divided by 2, 3 damage to your golem.
Okay.
You, out of the corner of your eye, you see this attack on Blackie and spin around and are able to evade the attack that the attacker that zips past you.
Yeah, I am.
Next up, Sir Richard.
I will hit the king with, on pain of death, my daily power.
Oh dear. All right, this is all new territory. Paladin shit.
On pain of death.
What's the
pain of
flavor
death.
text on it? What's it do?
I invoke a prayer that racks my foe with terrible pain and causes further pain whenever he makes an attack.
Say it in a cool voice.
If you
I
love
left him
something,
with a-
set it free.
I left him with a little whammy.
All right. How's it work? What are we looking at here?
He says the Father of Christ compelled me.
Charisma versus will.
Or the power of grace.
3d8 plus charisma modifier damage.
Yep.
Once per round, the target takes 1d8 after making any attacks on its turn. A miss is half damage.
Okay. All right. So he's going to take
Found on
1d8.
page 90.
The extra hit won't be doubled by the golem because it's not dealt directly, but he'll take 1d8 extra per attack of his. All right, cool. On pain of death.
Faster.
Sir Richard rolls.
Go.
An 18. You guys are in fuego. I like it.
I like
Plus,
it too.
plus a modifier for my reasonable charisma of +2.
Okay.
And your
Yep.
belief
Right,
in
we're
lineage more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a hit. That's against his. What's his defense on that?
Will.
Will is that? Yeah, that's still a hit. That beats his will. All right, so there's 3d8 plus.
Hey!
Oh my God.
Die on the ground. Die on the
Gerry
ground.
uses these depleted uranium dye that.
Funk.
3d8 plus 5.
Okay.
All right. 3. 1 and 4.
So 8 plus 5, 13, doubled for 26. On
It's
pain
still
of
pretty
death.
good.
And
And he's got a bit of a,
he's got to deal with the whammy.
Yep.
No whammy.
So you guys are hitting you're hitting Lord Noral, who's a much larger.
Oh, now he's a lord.
Yeah, he's not much. He's not like a giant, but he's a good, like 12 feet, 10 feet tall. Again, no discernible difference, except you can see a shimmering spired crown on his head, and he's carrying a spear that's a bit larger. But other than that, there's not like any visible. You assume it's probably more dangerous, but and you've hit him now for 66 plus 26, 86, 92 damage. So, all right, that was Sir Richard.
Keep
Bart,
going.
you're up next.
Let's call it. It's been an hour. Now, let's not do a flashback and keep playing.
Okay.
All right.
I like it. I do have to point out, Brian, that this particular battle is brought to you by teeth. Chew it up with teeth.
All right. Do you need you've got a dice tray. All right.
Yeah.
What's your move? What's your play?
Do the fire cleave combo.
I love Andrew Dice Tray.
Polyhedral, I didn't even know. Ow!
But Dice Tray, how come we never cuddle?
Oh shit.
Dice clay.
I'm sorry.
So okay, I'm blowing some fire. First.
Yep.
Cuddle my balls, you fucking bitch.
10
plus 9.
Plus
Oh,
9.
no,
And
never
what's what are you using? Brute strike?
This is the
Fire. This is a fire.
Oh.
Brute strike.
Wait, what happens underwater when you're...
We'll see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey, you don't fuck around with dragon's fire, even if it's little old Bart. Sorry, but just comparatively
How
speaking.
dare you.
The scale of dragons.
So that's a 19?
Yeah, so that's a hit.
What does it look like when he's blowing fire at someone underwater?
Super fucking cool.
You'll
There's
see.
like bubbles and shit. Have you seen them do welding underwater? It's really neat. 6.
6. And that's not affected by the... All right, so 6 damage.
Yeah.
All right, so... And you're combining this with an attack you're about to do,
Yes.
right? Okay. So as Bart swoops in for an attack, at the last second, you see his throat swell, and he belches out. Flame, but it comes out in the golem does its best to sort of adapt, so it doesn't just fizzle. So it comes out in this shimmery, misshapen bubble, like a glowing water balloon that splashes up against the Noral, who actually of all this is the least of the attacks that he's been hit with, but this is the one that really weirds him out. It looks like he's never seen anything like this before. So it pings against him for a little scald.
Okay.
And we're not dealing with the guards at all. We're just going after him, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, fuck it.
Well, then I will.
So they go after us.
It's up to you guys.
Yeah. Rather than cleave, I will brute strike this fucker.
All right.
So
Go
that's
for his crown.
plus 9 and 3d10.
I'm going to
plus
swing
5.
on his crown next time.
So
This is rending flesh and shattering
7
bone.
plus 9.
7 plus 9 is 16,
16.
and it's versus his
Armor class.
armor.
Yeah.
All right, so that's not a hit.
Boo.
Yeah.
I have nothing
Miss.
to say.
Yep.
That sucked. That happened to me before because then it's your daily. And
That
then
was an unfortunate daily miss, but it happens.
I mean,
All right.
17
daily.
plus 9.
All right, next up, I'm going to use this tray and roll for Sparklet.
Get him, Sparklet.
19.
Who let that dog in here?
Ooh, let that dog in.
Sparklet.
Sparklet.
It's funny because
Hey, do your Mambo number 6 bit.
Baby loves Mambo. No, not that one.
Hey, macaroni and cheese.
All right, so Sparklet, even weakened, seems to have more just fueled by revenge and a drive to complete this mission. He seems to be more spry and have more momentum than even the elemental guards. As you guys in rapid succession swirl around the king, Sparklet zips in. And he literally changes as he passes by the king. His whole head and one arm and shoulder and everything just turns into a pendulum-looking scythe and just slices through the king. So he dealt 5, 8, 13, 26 damage himself. This king is looking it's like somebody being hit by flying birds as they're zipping past him. That brings us to a guard.
Like Fabio.
Yeah, like Fabio.
Lord Fabio.
This is for Mildred, a guard. As you wheel around after your attack on Noral, a guard intercepts you. he rolls a 12.
Get him, Mildred.
Plus 6 is 18 versus your armor.
18.
Equal to...
I don't know. You're the DM.
Yeah, I don't know. The 4th edition robot tells me nothing.
What is this 4th edition robot brought to you by?
Well, it's tax time, Brian. So get your taxes done at the place where Mad Magazine get their taxes done. H&R Blech. Fine tax returns for the last 40 for Schlugener years. H&R Blech.
How much does it cost to get your taxes done there? Is it 5 cents cheap?
A good scene. Wow. Well, go ahead and draw a rat. I didn't draw that. Do something.
Man, I've just been so nervous lately. I quit smoking those electronic cigarettes, and now I just chew electronic gum. Did I do that one last show?
No.
Good.
If your roll is higher than or equal to the defense score, you hit.
Yep.
Page 276.
Which
means
I see that. So that connects.
You've been out
on
DM'd.
Mildred just leveled up to Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
That was Sarah. And I rolled it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Nailed it.
So that's a hit.
In order for myself to my own character to be hit, so it's not
7, 3,
super
4. So for
satisfying.
4, it slashes.
Oh,
It zips
no.
past your.
Guess what? I don't care.
But that doesn't heal. It never heals.
Okay. That's
I
Sparklet guard.
snicker at the guard.
as he goes by.
Yeah.
Just so he can make sure he hears that.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Then
one of
this.
those idiots, and
This
then
is
me.
Noral's
Then
turn.
this idiot. Oh,
One,
wait.
2, 3, 4, 5. All right. His gaze levels at Sir Richard.
You weren't here that long.
Just.
Leave the
I
gaze
seem
out
to.
of it.
I seem to draw the ire of everyone on this planet.
Leave the gaze out of this one.
16 plus is.
Say it
What's
one more
your
time.
armor at this point?
I'm wearing chainmail,
Okay.
so it's a +6 to.
Plus 6 to 10, right?
6 to
Yeah,
boring.
You're at 16 right now. Okay, so this is a hit. All right, so Noral, as you guys are like just peeling off past your attacks, arbitrarily
It's
he sort of focuses in on Sir.
Jerry's flipping the
Sir
bird,
Richard.
but one of them,
Yep.
he's got a gimp hand.
A bird and a stump.
He's trying to
a
do
bird
two
and
birds.
a nest.
A bird and a
You
stump
see
is worth
it.
better
You
than
see
the
his as he
fucking-
casts about for a target. You see his like you lock gaze with him. His
take-
eyeless gaze.
Hey, leave
Don't,
the ga-
and don't forget,
Ew, eyeless gaze.
he's taking 8 damage.
Run.
Those are the
I
gays
saw
that grew up in the caves, and they didn't really need their eyes down there, so they just evolved their eyes out. It's all in that movie, The Gay Descent.
All right, so you guys all you guys all see him glance at Sir Richard. Sir Richard, you see it just as it's about to come in. He doesn't move, but he levels from the it's like a hip fire. He points his Noral's javelin at you.
At the eyeless gaze.
And
What's happening? I can't see anything.
out of the
Eyes without a gaze.
out of the tip of the spear, there's just it's like a cone of you don't a cone of fucked. You don't recognize it at first. You realize what it is before anybody else, but it casts some type of like column of energy, like bluish white energy out, and you see Sir Richard thumped like it's solid and just reeling in the water sphere. As it hits you, you realize that you've been hit with an ice attack, and it sort of peters out just past where it smacked into you, and this gigantic pillar of ice that formed as the attack on you slowly starts to drift up, and you take as a result. I'm rolling a d12. Oh boy, he's rolling strong too. That's a 12, a 10, and a 10.
Jesus.
All right, so that's 10, 20, 32. 32
off of the 75.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Of pure, just blunt force. You're just hit by like a column of ice that was projected out of this out of his javelin, which is now just slowly floating up endlessly towards the non-existent
what an
surface
ice hole
of the water elemental plane. You feel momentarily, like the golem suit sort of shudder, and you can feel it. Normally it doesn't even touch you guys. Like you don't feel like wet or cool or anything like that. But you feel, for the first time, you feel it sort of give a little, and then go back to its normal sort of space on your skin. But that leads us to 2 more guards. We'll roll these up real quick.
That sucked.
11, 17.
You guys don't let Norl hit you.
2, 17. Armor, Mildred.
18.
All right, 1 guard hits you for 1 in just a fail of an attack.
These guards are
and
pathetic.
another guard tries to capitalize on your just spinning around post being slammed, Sir Richard, but his attack glance harmlessly off of your golem. All right, and that brings us to Blackie, last on the initiative list.
Oh, well. I'm going to hit him with my little rod of lightning.
Okay.
I'm going to picture in my head this lightning bolt just going right at the area around the crown, and just any water that has anything to do with the king or this lord guy. I just want this lightning bolt to just paint it.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about that nice and hard.
Now, just in case, concentrate extra hard because you don't want to electrocute everybody.
Yeah,
So-
I want this all to shock no one but the Lord. I'm
Okay, all right.
really visualizing this. Least of all me. I'm just
Right.
saying. Golly, that's my golem.
Or perhaps
This is a bit of
an
an experiment. We haven't
Because
done
we're
this
underwater.
before.
Perhaps
So
at least have your lightning hit a man who has only half a golem suit left.
What he said.
Well, we're all underwater, so
Some of us are less equal.
the
underwater.
Right,
the
but
gamble is
electricity-
that the magic will contain it somehow.
Oh, we'll be fine.
But and the dice is rolled.
4.
4. Okay, 4 versus what's the... Oh, it is verse. Let me look.
I would have rolled a 4 again.
Versus...
And again.
whoa, he just
Fortitude.
rolled
I just rolled 3
You were
4s.
meant to roll a 4.
4.
Okay, so 4.
The
So
number
that's a miss alone. But what's the damage on it?
You don't really.
Did you tell? You didn't. Might not have told us.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's that
fair.
magic thing. That magic thing.
All right. This is the part where I'm looking in.
I'm
my
getting
book
the
again.
sensation that what happens next may be a fond remembrance on a future episode of Nerd Poker with Brian Posehn and friends.
Okay.
What's this
And
fond
it's-
remembrance brought to you by? Oh shit.
This fond remembrance brought to you by Spencer's Gaffs. Whoops! I just called the boss's wife a Jew. Spencer's Gaffs.
All right. All right. I'm gonna look this up. It's gonna take me just a second here.
Do 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 do
Ba-do-do-do.
do do do.
Let's take a look at those freeways out there. Looks like there's a huge molten lava flow down the 110. It's going to be taking up some problems out here. We're going to take surface streets. Also, there's a mattress in the carpool lane down at the 10 top. It's full of immigrants, so you're going to probably want to try to take surface streets on that one. Also, over by Dodger Stadium, there's been another horrible person beaten into a coma by an angry fan.
Oh, Jesus.
So you're going to want to take surface streets. Also, over Sunset Junction, there are a bunch of fixie bikes are getting ready for critical mass. They're going to be swinging by your house, blocking off traffic. So you're going to want to take surface streets. Or just plow right into them. That'd be funny. All right. Anyway, that's...
Blaine, where are you on the 19th?
the 19th?
Or 20th?
The 20th?
This weekend.
This weekend?
Yeah.
This weekend? Next weekend I'm in Vancouver.
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Because we're in the future.
It airs on a different date in the East Coast.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. This whole daylight savings time has really got me screwed up. I will be in Vancouver someplace with Drew Carey, and then I will be at the Bridgetown Comedy Festival in Portland. That'll be fun.
Oh, okay. Dave Anthony's also on those shows, right?
He is. Thanks for the warning.
So sorry.
I love Dave Anthony. He's got 2 first names.
Cuddlers represent. No. I will be in Boise, Idaho at Liquid Lounge. That's right.
I like it.
In Russia, Boise and you.
All right, so the bolt misses. There's and you see there's sort of an aborted attempt as the golem tries to interpret this attack. It's not like anything it's seen before. So you actually see the end of your arm around the bolt sort of swell out with extra space as it tries to encase the bolt. But it's not able to like move or contain the electricity. So as soon as the bolt hits the water, while it is a targeted miss, it's like a local area hit that's dispersed sort of over distance. So you take the main brunt of it.
Of course,
the king takes the next the next largest.
Way to go,
chunk.
Blackie.
But it's 1d8. This isn't doubled. This is just 1d8 plus 2.
That's a 1.
All right.
Yay!
All right, sweet. So you take 3.
I take 3 or the suit takes 3?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the suit takes 3. Yeah. And the king takes 1.5 rounded. So the king takes 2. I'll mark that. Mild electric shock for everyone.
Let me write that down on my blog.
Who brought the joy buzzer?
All the rest of you guys take 1. The suits.
Yeah.
1.
My suit was perfect.
Sorry, guys.
74.
All right, that's
What am I gonna
round
do with
1.
that?
Yeah, let's call it and come
right.
back for round 2 next episode. I'm Brian Posehn. These are my friends. You know what you're doing. Bye.
Wah, 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 wah.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Ackerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolf Radio.